Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. So today I'll show you a really nice DIY book cover. So this one is out of leather, but you can of course do it in any way you like. And you see here the book on the inside, so it's just to protect your book to keep it in one piece for a longer period of time. And yeah, this way you can put it in your bag and just keep it a little bit safer in there so that it doesn't get damaged unnecessarily. So as you can see, this size is of course customized to the book that I have, and you can do this for pretty much any book. So for your book cover, you're gonna need some pins, then some fabric that you're gonna use, the book of course, and some fabric scissors. So the pattern is of course completely up to the book, so the size of the book is kind of going to dictate the size and the way we're going to do this. So of course you can use a different size book, but I'll use this one. It's a Harry Potter, so it's a little bit thicker one, but still it's going to work the same way with any other, and I'm going to show you how you can do this. So you can see here that I've read this a couple of times, and you can see the nicks on the side as well on the corners here. So this is a perfect candidate for today's project. Let's start. Okay, so on the outside fabric, I actually did this little band here so that it looks nicer. So you can, or you don't have to do this. This is completely up to you. I just didn't want it to be completely yellow on the outside. So on the outside, you can do whatever you like. On the inside here is my inside fabric, also in yellow, but a little bit different. And now what we want to do is take our book, open it, and then check that we have about 1.5 centimeters on top, because we do need some space for our stitches. Then you can kind of fold inwards on this longer side and just see if it looks nice, if you're satisfied with the amount of fabric that you have on both sides. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the back. So when you do this, you can of course, as you can see here, I have a little bit more fabric than on the first side, on the front side. So you can do this symmetrically, but you don't have to. That's completely up to you. But I'm going to try and do them equally, and then on the top and bottom, you just need 1.5 centimeters for the stitches. Apart from that, you're going to need a little band or a stripe out of fabric. So this one should be as tall as your main piece of fabric, of course, because in the end, we're gonna kind of fold it and sew it over here, stitch it up so that it stays in place, but you'll see what I mean in a moment. So you just need it to be as wide or as tall as the main piece of fabric. That way it's gonna look great. Okay, so let's start with the outside fabric. So first what I'm gonna do is just do the stitches for this band on the outside, for the decorative band. So you can pin this, or you can do it any other way as long as it's straight on here and parallel with the main piece. So yeah, on both sides we're gonna do a regular straight stitch to keep it together. Okay, so now I'll take my band. So first thing we're gonna do is put this pretty side on pretty side along the longer side, and then do a regular straight stitch to connect those two sides. Then we want to turn it inside out, and you can use a pencil to help you, so I'll show you how. Okay, so now that you have this, you can basically just align this side here, and then what we want to do when this is straight, when the stitch is exactly on the edge, we want to do a regular straight stitch on top, as well as on the other side, just to keep it symmetrical. And that way it's going to look super neat. Okay, now we're almost done. So now we just want to put everything together. So for that, we're going to take our book one more time. And now I already marked where I want my book to start, and you should do this too as well. So just choose where you want your book cover to basically be on edge with the book. And then you have to take a look where the other side would be, like this. So this is going to be super easy. I'm going to show you, so you just kind of flip it over to the other side and then you check again. And then what we want to do is, when we fold over, we take our band, our black band that we just did, and we align it here on this edge that we have. And now when I close the book, I know exactly where my band is supposed to be. And then we can also align again, so fold over, then make a little mark on the bottom if you'd like, so you can kind of cut off a little bit to mark, or mark it any other way. Make sure that everything is nice and neat in here, straight, and then just fold over. We can take our book away for a moment, so we don't need it anymore, and we're gonna take our inside fabric. So this one, in my case it's again yellow, we're gonna take this and put it again pretty side on pretty side. So you do want it looking away from you, and as you can see, they're kind of touching each other on the inside. And then I'm again aligning the marks, or marking if I haven't done that before. Make sure that your band is in place and you don't want anything slipping out of there, so secure it if you need to. And then just do a regular straight stitch all over, so on all sides. And then what you also want to do on the side or somewhere on the bottom as well, you just do a little opening, of course, so that you can turn it inside out, and then we're going to close it up later. So now, before we turn this inside out, we're just going to fix the corners by cutting off the leftover excess fabric on here. That way we're going to have neat corners. So after we turn this inside out, we just want to do another stitch on top of here so that it's a little bit flatter, a little bit neater, and not as puffy as you can see it is right now. So we do want it kind of straighter on here so that it's more book looking, I guess. So yeah, that's all we want to do. So regular straight stitch here, and of course, when you do this, the cool thing is you're also going to close up your opening. Okay, so now we're done, and you can see here the effect that this has, and here is our band that's kind of serving as a bookmark as well, and you can see the front side here. So we're just going to connect these so that it has the book shape that we want. So basically you're just going to take both of the folds and just do a regular straight stitch here on these bottom little wings to keep them together. So just the little ones on the top and the bottom, a regular straight stitch there. So nothing different from what we've done so far. Okay, so the books are done, and now we can check it out and just see if everything fits, if it looks nice. And here I'll show you on the back. So first of all, look if everything is visually looking good, and then I'm going to show you this book marker here. So you can kind of tuck it in here, or take it to tuck it in the side where you're at. And yeah, you can see if you're using thicker fabric like I did, it's sturdy, it keeps your book safe, but of course this depends on the fabric you're using. Either way, it's really pretty and really useful. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope the tutorial was easy to follow. Please let me know in the comment section if I can do anything better, or if you have ideas and suggestions for future projects. So let me know what you think of the book cover, how you did it, what you tried out. If you have any other tips and tricks for me and everybody else, let us know. Shoot a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!